Caufield's playoff statistics in 10 games now up to 2 goals and 4 assists, 6 power play points. We all marvel at his regular season. 51 goals and 40 of them at even strength. You could understand how he'd be frustrated. Marcus Aurelius, by the way, the stoicism, great reference. Whoever that smart man was, could have been Tony Granato, his college coach. That was wise advice because he needs to try to keep an even keel, as tough as that might be.
No matter what your job is or your role is on a team, if you are not accomplishing what your role is and you're not succeeding, it's going to bother you. And it is very difficult to block all the outside noise. And as a goal scorer, to score 51 goals, to be the guy that the team is relying upon to be that guy in the playoffs to come up with big goals and not score, this is his second goal. And the chances that he missed, this one here, yeah, you get to the bench, you're frustrated. Trust me, you can think of it, no, stick to your game, be responsible defensively, that's great. But until you put that goal in there, that is a huge weight lifted off of Cole Caufield's shoulders. I love what he says, and you know that he's going to say it. But you also know, I played with guys. I played with Joe Sakic in 2000 when he struggled to score in the playoffs, and you just knew it was eating away at him because that's what guys do. Joe was a goal scorer. He was the guy that our team relied on to score. We lost to Dallas in 7, and the next year Joe was a 50-goal scorer, and Conn Smythe was the guy in the playoffs. But when you're the guy and it's not happening, the frustration builds. And when you finally get that goal, you're like, oh, my gosh. You also picked up an assist in this game. Whether it's a power play or 5-on-5, nobody really cares in Montreal. They want to see Cole Caufield score. He can score one power play goal every game for the rest of the playoffs, and everybody will be happy. It doesn't matter where it is. It's as long as he is scoring goals. That's what he needs to do. He's on the score sheet. We'll see if it continues. This was a solid game for the Montreal Canadiens top to bottom, and it's great to see the scorer score. Same as Tage Thompson gets the first one of the game. There's another guy the game before. You saw him stumbling at the blue line to carry. He goes down and scores a beautiful goal. After the game, he's like, oh, my gosh. I feel for them. But when the guys score, the guys are supposed to score, get the goals. It's a huge weight lifted off their shoulders, and you can see the excitement in Cole Caufield after the game.
Incredible. And often, this time of year, we hear about depth scoring. Immediately, the Newfie from Newfoundland, Alex Newhook, what he has done, he's already got his name on the cup, like this guy next to me. He had the series clincher in round 1. And if it feels like he scores each game, Reader, it's because he does. Wow.
Mike Keane's name pops up a lot when you talk about Stanley Cups and the Montreal Canadiens. I played with Mike in Dallas. We won in Dallas. He also won one in Colorado. We won 3 cups, 3 different teams. You have to have players Mike Keane. Alex Newhook may not have that physical, raw toughness of Mike Keane, but they're the same size player, the same type of skill. When the games are at their toughest moments and you need someone to step up and you need someone to do what needs to be done, that seems to be what Alex Newhook is doing for the Montreal Canadiens. It's the areas he's scoring goals in. It's the preparedness that he has when he goes out on a shift to do what needs to be done, whether it's driving the net hard, whether it's finishing a check, whether it's being in the right spot to block a shot. He just seems to be the guy this year that it's his playoffs, and he's doing it because he's keeping his game simple. He's not a fancy drop pass. He doesn't play on the top line. He's not a number 1 power play guy. He is a complete player. When playoff time comes, you need your players to be at their best. He's being at his best, and he's getting rewarded, and he rewarded with the empty netter that he didn't get. But it's amazing. Every time there seems to be a play, guess who it is? It's Newhook. Same as, you go the other side, it's Benson. It's Benson and Doan and McLeod. It's Newhook. And Kirby Dach gets a goal in this game. That secondary scoring is huge, and the Montreal Canadiens are getting lots of it.
And run support always helps. If you're Jakub Dobeš and you're looking up at the scoreboard and you see a 5 last game and tonight you see a 6, it feels good. What didn't feel good? Him getting run in the second period. You felt strongly about this.
Yeah, I'm all for getting in the goalie's kitchen. I'm all for getting in his face, taking his eyes away, creating it difficult on him, bumping him, backing into him. But this, to me, should have been a 5-minute penalty. This is Beckmount's. He just absolutely runs over Jakub Dobeš. And for Dobeš, this is a dangerous situation. I mean, you're possibly injuring a player, and it could be more than just an injury that knocks him out of a game. And to me, a 5-minute major sends a message to the rest of the league. This is not going to be allowed. Protecting players is the #1 priority of the National Hockey League. And protecting goaltenders has always been discussed. When you just skate through and there was no push, he wasn't hindered at all. He wasn't helped into the net. Veleno went into the net at the other end when Alex Lyon, he slid into that, but he was also pushed down by Dahlin pushing on the back of the pants. There's a big difference. And the message could have been sent to me. It's like, let's stop this stuff. Hey, you can bump him, you can stand in the crease, you can give him little jabs, you can do whatever, but absolutely running a goaltender with no thought of stopping, it's dangerous play. And to me, I don't like it. To me, it's not the way you win. You win by playing best on best, and you do your best to beat the other team by trying to injure someone. That's not the way you play the game. To me, it should have been a 5. It wasn't. Montreal scored on the power play, which is exactly what they needed to do in that situation. And that was pretty much the end of the game. Once they got that 4th goal, I made it 4-1. It was a little too far for the Buffalo Sabres to come back. But no, I'm not a fan of running your goaltender, running the opposition's goaltender. And Alex Lyon should probably put his hand up and go, guys, hey, I'm over here.
Yeah.
Like, do you want Arbor Jacki to be put up on the front and say, okay, guys, we're up by 4? I was thinking if this game gets up by 5, you dump it in, and guess who's taking the goalie out? I'll take a 3-game suspension for taking their number 1 goaltender out. What's the big deal? What am I going to get? Oh, maybe a 3-game suspension? That's where you need to send the message. And to me, the 5-minute majors should have been called. But we move on.